Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we are back with Alice in Borderland, episode 5.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah, Spirit Fingers. This show, man, every episode has been a little bit different, a little bit of some twists and turns. The last episode is like our first glimpse at how these games are like constructed.
Right.
Like this one was kind of like a trick in a way, you know, like they had to run to the end of the tunnel. And even the water bottles like gave up the illusion to think that they were doing the right thing.
Right, they're at a water station.
All they had to do was was to stay.
Yep.
And I feel like that's something that Arisu would have figured out if he was of sound mind and not still, you know, grieving. Because he's figured out more complicated stuff.
Correct.
You know, I still think that first game was one of the harder games, technically.
Yeah, because it almost seems like a game of chance until you tie in the fact that they're trying to leave the building.
Right. Exactly. So that's what happened last time, and I guess right now it's him and I can't remember her name, the girl, the rock climbing girl, and they kind of gained. Well, he's not going with them, I don't think. He kind of walked off. He was hurt.
Yeah,
but you know we may see him again.
Yeah, because his two friends,
right? Yeah, didn't make
dead.
it. So one by a Black Panther, which was kind of crazy.
I know, that was
of all ways to go, man. That was wild.
Which makes
but they took each other out.
Right.
So like maybe in the universe was a balance. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and we talked about it a little bit. Is how long does it take before wildlife starts inhabiting the city, or was that Black Panther a plant because they're off deep in a tunnel that's
right? Could have been a plant, right? Unless like animals are still around. So then like if people were taken out and there was a zoo nearby and no people to run it.
But do those animals not fall into the lasers? Like if they touch the laser and then walk back out, do they get
true
blasted?
do they get
zapped?
I think it has something to do with there's something in the people, a chip or something that can track them. So because that's how it uses Face ID for the phones, but the drone knows where they are. True. You know?
Yep, could be.
Anyway, so I'm curious to see what happens with this one. Hopefully, I would like for them. They're pretty formidable, this pair. I would like for him. They got 4 more days, but we weren't sure how many days he was in grieving.
Right.
Maybe it was a whole time, or maybe it was only up until she was out of time because he had like 12 days on his own.
I think so. Right.
So hopefully they clear up how many days they have each left, but they use the time to try to figure out. Which I think he did say there at the end of the episode, like looking for the guy in charge, the front man. So
yeah, which it's been a montage. Or sorry, it's not been a montage. We've gotten 1 episode per game or per episode, right? One game per episode.
Yeah.
I wonder if at some point we'll get like a montage of them just going into multiple games.
It's like 6 months later.
Right. And they've racked up like 100 days worth of visas where they can now go out and search for.
Like take the time to try to. I like to see that part. I'm interested in the games too, though. But that's why this show is like captivating because it can go either way.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're going to go ahead and hop in, guys. Before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions over on our Patreon, as well as early access videos, all linked down below if you want to get a head start on those. We're going to go ahead and hop in to episode 5.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Again, I'm still not clear if like... Okay, so it keeps moving.
And who are these two cats?
Yeah.
Oh,
it keeps moving places, but then they only have 5 minutes to get there. Is this Arisu?
No, that's not.
This is what he's doing. See, he still has days on his visa left, so he's just going to games to gather information.
Okay.
Asking people, because that's the only chance he has to talk to people.
True.
That's smart. Okay, so they're working together. It's good. Okay, there we go. Oh, see? He had a lot. He had like
hers.
So they are using the time to look up. Yeah, I don't know. They've been together then. Is there another tent? Yeah, so that's now becoming his motivation.
Oh, keto.
Keto. That would be me. No, this is why I can't. Is there like a
Let me in.
Uh-oh.
いいからテントに入りなさいよ。いや、だってよ。睡眠不足は大敵。ほんの些細な体調管理がここでは少し分かつからね。
Those tents are small. You can get another one.
Just go in there and cuddle.
Yeah, stay warm. I hear that sound. I'm out. Oh, okay. It's pretty tight squeeze. Is he sweating that much?
He's nervous. Has he ever had a girlfriend?
I don't know, but I don't know if he slept.
イノシシが泥浴びをする場所。他にも木の実を食べるために土を掘った後や牙を研いだ後も残ってる。
Dang.
お台場にイノシシがいる。誰もいなくなって動物たちが街に出てきてる。
You're right. Yep.
狩りの基本は足跡を見ること。獣たちの生活の場をつなぐ道が網目状に広がってる。狩りに必要なのはそういう線をつないで、動物たちの行動領域を知ること。つまりフィールドを線じゃなくて面で捉える。
He's into games.
Right.
バトランも同じ考え方で戦う。バトラン？ネットゲー。ネットゲー。
They're so opposite.
Oh yeah, she's outdoorsy.
But I mean, they both those skills can come into. He's like, why'd I say that? Why'd I say that?
ゲームの参加者10名くらいかな。チーム組んでそうな奴らもいる。そっちは？こっちは4名。参加するふりして聞いてみる。
There you go.
うさぎちょっと待った。何？参加者の手首見てくれ。手首？腕にロッカーキーつけてるやついねえか。よくスポーツジムとかで使うようなやつ。
Oh, that's what they're saying.
確か鬼ごっこの時も。持ってきました。
Oh, so these. Oh, the same tags.
いたいた、2人。そいつらマークしてくれ。
That's fantastic eyesight.
クリアした連中が出てきた。やっぱりだ。ロッカーキーつけてる。
Oh, that must have been part of the game. Those explosions. So these are all different gaming sites. They're in the same direction of all of them.
動き出した。こっちも動き出した。
Now what?
Chase them.
Where's your bike? I mean.
車は前浜方面に向かった。こっちも。
Do they not see them chasing
yeah,
him?
that's obvious at that point. You see this on like beach. You see this on like post-apocalyptic shows where enough people come together,
Right.
and form like a little society.
Oh, shoot.
And they got, what are they? Oh, I guess you could find guns anywhere.
Yeah.
See, I would have done that, like some form of protection at some point.
Right.
See, they
Is
have
this
a whole,
that cult?
I don't know.
ここに来たら答えがわかるって聞いた。このゲームが何なのか。
It's gonna be a ringleader.
その通り。我々は諸君の求める答えを知っている。ようこそ。理想の楽園ビーチへ。
He must still have to play the games, but they like maybe they
Right.
help him win. Oh, they've kind of figured out all the games.
Oh, you have to win all of them to get out?
Whoa, maybe.
この地獄のような悪夢を終わらせる方法はただ一つ。ゲームをクリアして全てのトランプを集めることだ。
Golly, you're gonna be in there a while
全
then.
てのトランプ。全絵柄を集めれば元の世界が戻ってくるってこと。
Has anyone done it?
世界が戻るんじゃない。
We will
選ば
return.
れた一人が元の世界に帰れるんだ。
Oh, there's only one winner?
Everybody else dies?
一人では出国できない。だからこそ同志諸君が一丸となることで
Yeah, and they all
その
help.
一人を出国させるんだよ。それこそがビーチの目的。君たちはいいカードを持っていたと報告を受けている。これからは我々のカード集めの戦力として存分に活躍してもらおう。
断ったら
We kill you.
断れないよ。君のビザ今日で最後だ。
They know.
我々とゲームに参加するしかないな。
私たちはここに組織を作った。
電気は燃料で動く発電機から作る。
Okay, yeah. Generators.
水道は雨水を利用している。
あちこちから重火器も手に入れた。
俺たちの目的は一致団結してカードを集めること。
この世界の楽園ビーチのルールはたったの3つ。ルール1、ビーチの中では必ず水着着用。
Oh, yeah.
Water games?
Yeah.
ルール2、カードはすべてビーチの財産。まず君たちが集めたカード、すべて私たちが預かる。
I forget they get physical
貢献
cards.
したものはナンバーが昇格する。
もし断ったらどうなる？
Then you die. Your visa expires today, buddy.
最後のルール
That's
だ。
the rule.
裏切り者には死。
Oh, shoot. Yep. That's what I thought.
Well, you can't escape.
I mean, it is
Well,
kind
they
of a
have
cult.
people on the outside. Oh. That's the one that they're taking from him. Is that the hearts they did? 7 of Hearts?
Mm-hmm. That's the one that,
Episode 3.
yeah. I think they have the 4 diamond.
ナンバーの昇格を検討しよう。では、存分にビーチを楽しみたまえ。
In a bathing suit.
Right. Oh, they took on a resort.
We might get some crazy stuff going on here. It's like high school.
Yeah.
監視されてるみたい。
Where they're the new people.
新入りは珍しいんだろう。
How are, like, it took them forever to find this place. How did all these people find the place? Did they get recruited, maybe?
Could be.
We always talked about, like, what is it that happened? How are they selected, you know?
Right.
Seems
So
like
you're
they're
right.
all-
It's a bunch of young people.
No, but only here, though. We have seen in other games older people, though.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
同志諸君、今宵もこの時が来た。決してひるむことはない。ここにいる全員は今、一つの生命体だ。我々全員で全てのカードを揃え、元の世界へ帰ろう。そして、それは間もなくだ。
I guess he's a good public speaker.
How many cars do they have to transport all these people? They kind of look like Chota.
But you know, how long have they been doing this to build this sort of an organization?
別々のゲームになったね。
必ず生き残って。
Oh, they've been divided. They can't go to the same game. Oh,
どうしたん？
he knows them.
ちょっと前のゲームで一緒だった。
あの二人？
使えるかもしれないよ。俺たちのプラン。
Maybe he has a plan to.
A different plan.
Right. Man, see, they're all spreading out.
And how do they know what games to go to?
They just.
Oh, dang. Work together to defeat jungle beasts? That means panthers are going to jump out here,
Oh,
bro.
man. No way.
Oh, look at that.
Bro! Okay, so that one was.
Oh, bro, this is...
That one was
God.
placed there. You were talking about a montage of games, kind of.
Bro, yes, exactly.
Bingo night. This is the game she's playing. Wow, you only have 8 matches. Wait.
What?
Oh, are they shooting the animals?
Killing to survive.
It's forcing to close. Now what?
9.
9. Man, that's hard to see.
4D の部屋は9。
Oh my god.
Oh, samurai sword. Was he gonna kill another animal?
Oh, yeah. Another tiger. Golly. What the heck? So these are the people who are the type of people who are surviving.
Yeah.
Who's sending these phones out? Like,
exactly. Yeah. Like, it has an underwater case or waterproof case, so. For an executive post, is that what she said? See.
よろしくな。
よろしくな。
よろしく。朝、急に水が噴き出して溜まり続けてます。あんた。お前、鬼ごっこの時生きてたのか。あ、今ビーチで整備工やってて。
ご挨拶はゲーム後にして。
From the
second
tall building?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot diamonds.
記念すべき最後のダイヤか。
Oh. Okay. Light bulb.
Oh, they have to figure out what switch belongs to. Yep. Leave one on. Leave one on, let it get hot.
You only have one chance to leave the door open.
All 3 have to be electrocuted. I've done a version of this.
Have you?
Yeah. Not with my life on the line, but
right. So, well,
she's dead. Well, now there's 6.
俺がこっちの部屋で見てるから順番につけてくれ。そっちにいるとドアが閉まらない。
ドアを開けた状態では一度だけしかオンできません。
So let's figure out before.
What you do is you flip one on, you leave it on for a while,
あなたがドアを開けたまま A のスイッチを
flip it back off,
でも電気はつか
Go in there and touch the light bulb.
touch and open up another one, open that door. If that's on, then it belongs to that, and then the other one's gonna be warm.
どうするアリス。
他に方法がない。とにかく扉を開けたままスイッチをオンにして。つかなかったら他の2つのスイッチのどっちがいいか決めるしかない。
当てずっぽうで
かけるしかない。
7人の命を。
They gotta do something.
Right.
アリス、もうそれやろう。手遅れになる。
じゃあやるぞ。
本当にいいのアリス。
早くして。
何やってんねん。例えばあなたがドアを開けたまま A のスイッチを押したとする。その場合 A じゃないことしかわからない。
でも電球がつけば A、つかなきゃ B か C。
Yeah.
Close the door.
ドアを閉めよう。え？ドアを閉めろ。早く。
アリスの言う通りにしてみんな死んじゃうよ。
No, wait.
そのまま。なんなの？
頼むで。
And then do B to see if that.
Well, you open the door.
Right. And then you do B to see if the light's on. Or first see if it's warm.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, B didn't turn it on, so you touch it.
If it's warm, it's A. If it's cold, it's C.
Right now.
See, I would have explained all that while we're waiting. Hot, hey. But yeah. Hopefully those scenes are off. I think that saw it turn off. He still doesn't understand it.
Well, he's gonna be an executive post now.
I think he was given a chance because he had a 7 of hearts.
That's what they needed, yeah.
They're like, if he did that, he was the lone survivor in a very difficult game.
True. Do they hug? Become better friends?
He's like, put it there.
Uh-oh. Why are they not in a bathing suit?
Well, these are the guys that were...
Oh. There you go.
ビーチで平穏に過ごしたいんならあいつらには関わらんことやな。今ビーチで権力を握ってんのはナンバーワンのボーシア率いるカルト派とアグニ率いる武闘派。
Yeah, these guys, yep.
今はギリギリのところで秩序は保たれとるが、2つの派閥がいつ衝突してもおかしくない状況や。
Oh, so they want to take that place from them.
相棒はどうした？
Karube. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
He's the one who helped him.
Right.
そうか。死んだか。惜しいな。
He remembers her.
おい。この女連れてこい。
Oh, just like that?
おい！
やめとけ、関わんな。
うちのボスが味見してっつってんだよ。おい。やめろ。
Oh no.
次のゲームで死ねるよ。足の骨で持っとけ。
はい、こっち来て。
Oh, he was being serious.
How does he get out of this?
ほう。揉め事かね。
Oh,
he's gonna save.
Yep.
Defuse everything.
俺の顔に免じて新人イビリはほどほどにしちゃくれないか。アグニ。ニラギ。
俺のボスは大将だけだ。
I wonder if he used to work with him.
ではその大将に聞こう。
You
お
wanna
前
live?
のボスは誰だ？
Oh man.
アグニ。
So tense.
あんただろ？
Yeah. But the way he told him.
Yeah.
He's like, for now.
幹部は会議室に集合だ。
Arisu, that includes you.
So what?
アリス。
See?
君もだ。
That executive members meeting the.
アンから君のポテンシャルは聞いた。ついてこい。
行ってくる。
I bet they do end up hooking up like you told her, because they seem to like each other.
Yeah. Well, that's all they're all who they have,
Right.
you know?
Well, you know.
Yeah, see, the other ones working together.
彼。
気に入った。スペードの6、ダイヤの4、
That's the one.
クラブの2が揃った。これまで絵札の存在は確認されていない。
And what difficulty would that be?
ハートの10は
And how did they come to this
ゲ
conclusion?
ームに出現していない。
Man, 10 of hearts would be wild.
That mean
出なきゃクリアできない。何かの発生条件があるのかも。
There's gotta probably be enough people that join the game.
right?
人の心や感情をもてあそぶゲーム。アリス君がクリアしたハートの7なんか、そういう意味だと頭を使う必要のないゲームね。
Dang.
Well, that was his friends.
Too soon.
Yeah.
次のゲームに参加する。ハートだろうがスペードだろうが、百戦錬磨の俺がクリアしてやろう。ハートの銃出現まで持久戦だ。
I don't know if he's actually a good gamer.
カードが出揃い、出国の日は近い。
Like good at these games, or he just has always had a team helping him.
Oh gosh.
They see how they looked at each other whenever he said, "I have a game." I think he's hoping to put himself in charge.
Well, he's got to go to a game because he needs a visa reissued. So his is expired, right?
Right, but I'm saying that this special agent, I think he's waiting for a chance to take over because he knows the leader is going to leave.
Remember, he said those two groups are like waiting to clash or whatever.
今一つ俺の言うことが信用できないようだね。俺は歌舞伎町でホストクラブを経営してた。ビーチだ。
Oh, that's why they call it beach.
結構有名だぞ。ビーチ砂浜ないけど楽園ビーチつってさ。ホストは客に舐められたら終わりだ。どんな時も失われない人間の誇りってやつを部下たちには徹底的に叩き込んだよ。それがあいつを追い込んでた。寮で首つってたんだよ。あいつらと天下取りたかったんだ。
I'm like trying to figure this guy out.
Yeah.
今思えばあいつの死は必要だったんだよ。
Because he wouldn't be where he was today.
成長させるためにこの新たなビーチでは全てのプレイヤーがその身を捧げ命を捧げる。国からの脱出に成功した唯一無二の英雄。
I don't know. It's assuming that's how the rules work.
Right. Hatter, like the Mad Hatter?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Alice and
Duh.
Bro,
that's exactly what that is.
Is he buying in?
I think more like playing along.
Does he make a face?
A little. Man, this changes the direction.
Oh yes, big time.
Man, the only thing with electricity, I feel like that'd be easy to see if you're out in the city. Dang. Okay. All right. Well,
more people introduced.
A lot more people introduced.
Yeah.
Dang. That's okay. That changes the game.
Oh man.
So I'm curious about like the rules of the game or how they figured if they collect all the cards, as soon as you can present 52 cards.
Present to who though?
I don't know. Maybe when they know that someone is in
possession
of 52 cards, some other door opens up. And that's their theory. Maybe that smart guy.
Yeah.
Figure that's probably what the case is. But the way they're playing the game is, or playing this gaming the system, I should say.
Right.
Is get a lot of people to play together. They can all collect different cards all at once. And it's like playing bingo, but you're getting everybody's cards.
Right.
Eventually you fill out a bingo card. 52. But the game is smart enough to know what cards you personally have owned. It's on their phone. It's attached to their Face ID,
right.
Whatever.
Which that's another thing is I wonder, is it truly connected to that?
Right. So then I think the game somehow knows that Arisu has like 4 different cards that he's passed 4 games. Right. Even if this guy is taking all the physical cards, collectively they've collected all 52, but not one person. So I don't know if that'll even work.
Well, but see, that's the thing is I feel like with the amount of people that are there and returning constantly, 7 of them have won a 3 of clubs. 10 of them have won.
Right. A lot of them, they have multiple Volano cards.
Right. And so at that point, is it you have multiple decks of 52 at one point?
Yes.
And
the one that they have marked out is the one that's closest to being done. But behind those X's, there may be like 6 other X's.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so then once that one clears out,
then they have
swipe
another.
it away, and then now get rid of those 52. Now what do you have? How many X's can you get done? And then that's what he's saying. Then the next person would go. Then the next person.
Yeah.
So even if you have a 3 of clubs, get another 3 of clubs. You can lead it anyway, and another one.
And by the sounds of it, nobody has ever left.
Right. Because I guess that's what he's saying. It's impossible for one person to just get 52 on their own.
So they're doing it collectively.
That's assuming that'll even work. And either you assume that it works, that's a theory, or you have reason to believe that that's how it works because of some other reason that we don't know yet.
Right.
Like someone in there knows how the game's being, who's in charge, or like maybe the Hatter knows the front man, or knows of him, and it's like in a weird way, like an agreement.
Right.
Like you keep these, that's the whole part. Because like someone's setting the game up, like someone's nearby. There's cameras watching, the water's rising. They yell out whatever. They listen. Someone's in a control room.
Right.
Turn that off. Someone had to show up, put phones down. You know what I mean? There's just a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely set up somehow, somewhere, by somebody.
And it's a big team. How did they get there?
Right.
Where is there? Where are we?
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Tokyo, but when, where, how?
What dimension? What type of world is this?
Yeah.
Country, like they called it.
Yeah, he calls it a country, just because
visas are being issued.
Yeah, but it's just like another. Similar. If we're talking about the Alice in Wonderland parallels, she's in this another dimension, right?
Right.
Granted, I will flat come out and say I probably watched that cartoon or that once or twice as a little kid.
Yeah.
So like the lore of it is super like not sketchy, rocky or
yeah. Well, since you said that, I didn't want to share. I was gonna wait till we were off camera, but I'm not very familiar with Alice in Wonderland, so I, like you, would have to refresh to understand the parallels, or go home and watch this.
I know about Alice. I know she gets tiny and then fits in, and then when she gets in there, she's huge or something. See, I don't remember. I don't remember the story super. I remember there being a rabbit,
cards involved, Mad Hatter, all that.
That's about it.
But yeah, so the other thing though is this beach, right? It's yes, it's a collective, but you have these group of, what would you call it? Like the militant that she said,
that military faction.
But then you have the Hatter and his posse that are
they kind of need each other,
clashing.
Right, exactly. They're clashing, but they work together. But it's like the leader and the leader 1A, 1B.
Right.
They have different approaches to the game.
Well, 1A, 1B, but 1B still listens to 1A.
Yeah, right.
So, but and then outside of that, you have everybody that's coming here. I think the beach is very much a cool place to be. You've got music, alcohol, sex, drugs, like everything that these young people would want,
especially if they've been here long enough where they're just like, this gives me I can at least
do
party
something
to not think about about to almost die.
Exactly.
All the time.
Well, and you brought it up. You're like, how could you party when your like visa's about to expire, or you're in this scenario where you've got to play for your life?
You have to be ready, unless you're at the point where you're just like, who cares if I die?
Yeah, you've come to terms with it, and you're like, well, at least, and I think a lot of them live by kind of what the Hatter said when they first got there is, enjoy life while you can.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just, partying, dancing, raving, doing all that, knowing that this is what they've got to do because they don't know if they're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Once their visas expire and they have to go into a game.
It's just weird, like how they don't really have a method to like Arisu and Usagi found it because they were looking and asking around and following cars. Like it took them effort,
right?
But there's a ton of people there, so there is some other method of going out and recruiting that exists.
But I think they also just allow anybody to come. Like they weren't like, no, you can't join us. Like, why are you snooping around? They were just very open. Like, yeah, they, put a bag over her head and a gun to the back of his, but they
were spying. Yeah,
right, but they still were like, yeah, come on. It's like they'll let anybody join. So it could be some people have stumbled upon it, were on the Ferris wheel, they saw people leaving those cars, kind of did something similar to what they did, and then kind of either got recruited or came over.
And I think they're looking for people who can be helpful to the game if they are recruiting.
Well, that's why they, tested him and found out that.
And everybody's young, useful. And they probably bring something to the table. Like his executives all have brought something to the table.
Yes.
And that, because everyone is young, but we have seen older people. And so maybe they see them as liability, or if you're already hurt, you're a liability, different reasons like that.
Yeah. And another thing that I was thinking of is we talked about it. What's the common denominator for all of these people, right?
Yeah.
It seems like there's got to be some sort of loneliness, like solitude in their life, some sort of tragic moment. Down. Right. They're like in a low point.
We've only seen 3 stories. Or, well, I guess if you count, 5. The 3 main guys, the friends, then the girl, then the 2 girls.
The 2 girls, and then his kind of brief story of wanting to be like the main person to rule that city, and then his friend went off and hung himself and whatnot.
That's true.
But nonetheless, there's that common denominator a little bit there with them being, at a low point in their lives, lonely, hurt, pain. But then the other thing I wanted to bring up, remember in episode 3, that tag game, the guy with the military pants?
2.
Was it 2? Okay. So the guy with the military pants, the leader there, remember he betrayed his friend and lets him die.
Right.
So could it be that in these games, once you're close to the top, you let somebody, like, let's just say that military guy was number 5, but the guy he let die was number 3 or 4. Then he jumps up in rank, right? In order of people are going to leave.
Maybe. He could have done it for that. I remember the scene, but I don't remember if it was...
He had a bracelet.
If it was helpful for him to let him die, or because all he had to do was lure that guy in.
Yeah.
And so, but then he waited. He could have... So he didn't use him as a means to an end. Like, you have to die for us to be able to beat this guy.
Right.
So no, he could have beat the guy and him still survive.
Right. But he chose not to.
Maybe those reasoning behind that. Because I can see them, they kind of alluded to it a little bit with one of the Hearts games.
Yes.
In your crew, you just find someone who's your scapegoat.
Well, if you noticed, they're going to go try to find this Heart game. And this, the Hatter has to go to that game. And if you noticed what's the guy's name? The military guy, the leader. He kind of looks over and is like, this is our opportunity to take him out kind of deal.
Yep.
And then he jump up in rank. It seemed like to me.
Yeah, I think that's what that means. It's they're waiting for their chance.
Right.
To take lead.
Again.
But it also makes you wonder, how long has Hatter been there and been doing this? Because to develop, think of all the logistically, coming up with all these generators, setting up the water system. It's possible that they've been there for
quite a while,
2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you think
that goes back to the whole time element of this whole show,
right? Yeah. When you think of how many visas they've won, it just keeps adding, keeps accumulating.
Yeah. Eventually, he probably, I don't like. How would you do it? Would you just do several games in a row and then give yourself 2 months off, or always go until the last day of your visa every time?
Man, it's tough, because I think at the beach you have everything you want. So I would definitely say it would be a mix of both. I would say, all right, I want to, if I win a high level game, if I win 10 days, I'm waiting to play on the 10th day.
If it depends on what I'm doing in between. If I'm just surviving, it doesn't really matter as much. If I'm trying to, they said they've gone out and researched all the different areas of the city. You need a lot of time to cover that much ground. I mean, they've been finding cars. That takes time.
Yep.
If I knew I had 10, 12, 2 weeks, then I would use that chunk of time to do something, to go out and explore and go far out where I have time, versus if I have 3 days, so I have to come all the way back. And
but see, I think a lot of these younger cats that are at the beach aren't thinking like that.
They're just partying. They're like the equivalent of paycheck to paycheck. You know, they're just
visa to visa.
Visa to visa. Yep. Man. This changes the show.
Yes.
Because then now Arisu's going to play along, it seems like, for a bit. But for how long? I think they would prefer to be on their own, it seems.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They're
but he's just I don't really know how to
don't have a choice now because they'd be traitors, and then at some point they would kill him either during a game or find them.
He probably doesn't know yet if what he wants or doesn't want. He's just like, I don't know what this is yet. Like, if I'm an executive, what does that mean?
Right.
That other guy, the other blonde dude is here, and he's all in. The one from
Tag
episode. So maybe he's waiting it out. Like, what can my role be?
Well, I think he has also an ulterior motive or plan of being there because he was asking her, who is not an executive, like, what does he bring to the table? Kind of like, is he good? What do you think of him? And I think we could use him. So
that's true.
Who knows? But either way, fun episode. Get to see more people involved, a different aspect. There is life within this.
I was kind of surprised at how many people are there. It makes me wonder how long this has been going.
Yep.
And how they took them that long to find it, because you're in a high-rise building at night, you see a random hotel lit up, you're like, the games are done. Like, what is that?
Yeah, agree.
Anyway, I guess we'll get more answers on the next episode. Yes. But that's all we got for today, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this type of content. Full-length reactions to this episode and everything else is over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes if you want to get ahead. But otherwise, we'll be back next week with episode 6. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.